Rescue teams are desperately searching for people trapped under rubble after a strong earthquake hit Turkey's eastern Van province near Iran. The official death toll stands close to 300, but local authorities fear it could rise above 500 and possibly much higher once the extent of the damage to outlying towns and villages is known. Severe and numerous aftershocks have made it impossible for thousands of people living in the city of Van to return to their homes. As Middle East correspondent Anne Barker reports, Turkey is highly vulnerable to earthquakes, sitting as it does on major geological fault lines.
Loved ones somewhere in the collapsed building before them, their wails of grief and panic rending the air. Dozens of buildings, including multi-storey apartment blocks, pancaked in the tremor. In a frenzy, survivors attacked the rubble with their bare hands in increasingly frantic attempts to save relatives and neighbours. The ferocity of the quake, measuring 7.2 on the Richter scale, was apparent in these images captured by mobile phone. It had been early Sunday afternoon when many people were gathered in their homes.
We felt a huge tremor and immediately fled the building. It was pretty jolting. We have a friend who lives on the first floor of this building. We're hoping our friend has survived. We're in despair.
We went to all the hospitals but haven't been able to find our friend. I pray to God our friends have survived.
It was several hours before the first rescue teams were deployed. But without heavy lifting equipment, it was impossible to move the heavy concrete slabs used in many of the buildings. As night fell, emergency workers found this terrified young boy trapped underneath a slab. As he cried out for help, his rescuers called to him to be patient. He was eventually freed, as were others, including this seriously injured woman. The Turkish Prime Minister, Tayyip Erdogan, arrived in the evening to visit survivors in Van's hospital. He said there were grave fears for hundreds of people in outlying villages who'd been living in homes constructed of clay bricks. He'd also visited the badly damaged town of Ergin, some 100 kilometres to the north.
We don't know how many people are trapped in the ruins of collapsed buildings. It would be wrong to give a number. We hope to reach them alive.
The Prime Minister has declined offers of help from some countries, including Israel, saying Turkey would cope with the disaster. Temporary camps are being set up and many injured people are being treated in the open as scores of aftershocks, some severe, continue to rattle the city. Thousands of survivors spent one night sleeping outdoors, with temperatures falling to nearly zero. With snow now appearing on nearby mountains, there'll be many more cold nights to come. Anne Barker, Lateline.